We've all seen them. Advertisements for the holiday season have begun, long before most of us can celebrate Thanksgiving. Roxanne Lucchesi is a professor of advertising for the School of Communication and Journalism. She is here today to speak about the ads, how she examines them in class, and how millennials respond to them. So Roxanne, why do you think that the ad campaigns for the holidays do begin so soon? It seems like as soon as Halloween is over, it's like Christmas, 100%.
Well, as a media planner, I always say that you have to advertise when people are open to the message. And apparently retailers think that we're open to the message at Halloween time. I would disagree with that, but I know that it's a critical time for retailers. Majority of their sales, or a big part of their sales, are during the holiday season. And they have a lot of competition, so they want to get out there early and get their brand out there, their offers out there, so that the consumer remembers them and thinks of them when they want to buy things.
You talk about getting the message early and how it's super competitive. What are some different strategies that these advertising agencies use during this holiday season?
Well, it's changed a lot. At one time, you just advertised on television, radio, newspaper, and in magazines. Today, we do omni-channel marketing. You have to advertise in those traditional media, but you also have to advertise in a digital environment and use digital and social media platforms to deliver your advertising message. Sales will be at the brick and mortar stores, but they'll also be in e-commerce stores. And some people, just shop in the store, brick and mortar stores. Some people shop e-commerce only. And then there's that group that shops both. They might look at something in store and buy it online, and they might actually buy it online in the store. So they use mobile devices to compare while they're in the store, and it's a really challenging environment. So I think today advertisers are trying to figure that out. What kinds of messaging should I put on digital platforms and mobile platforms and in the store? And that the message needs to be somewhat seamless. You need to see the same message in all of those environments. So there are lots of moving parts with advertising. You have to have the offers there, and you have to have people coding so that people can redeem coupons in shopping carts and those kinds of things, and those same offers are at the store.
When you talk about brick and mortar stores versus shopping online, and you teach college students, which probably more often shop online rather than the brick and mortar stores, what are some different things that you see with them, or different things that you teach them with the physical store versus the online strategies?
Well, we've moved to a digital first strategy in our teaching because digital has to be first, and if you really think about it, mobile has to be first as well. So in developing advertising campaigns, you have to figure out the messaging, of course, and then you have to decide where you're going to place that messaging. And today it has to work online. And it needs to be in a lot of different environments because we don't know where the consumer is going to enter the conversation. They might enter it on Facebook or in Instagram or Snapchat, or they might look at the website, or they might be in the store first.
How do you think consumers respond to this format of advertising and holiday advertising in general?
Well, I think it kind of creates a frenzy. People feel that they have that fear of missing out, and I think that's especially true with Black Friday. And so the consumer we have a culture of shopping on Black Friday. It's part of our culture. And then consumers like that, and advertisers kind of take things that consumers like, and then they elevate it, and they expand it, and they exaggerate it. And so today we have kind of this frenzy. And I think that some consumers are pulling back a little bit. A good example of that is the REI campaign. A couple of years ago, when people or retailers started being open on Thanksgiving, REI said, we're not going to do that. We're going to close our store on Black Friday, and we're not going to be open on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and we're not going to be open on Black Friday. So they created this great opt outside campaign, and they've used this campaign for a couple of years right now, and it really fits well with their story of being an outdoor company, a premium brand, and a lifestyle brand to promote, just being outside. I think a really good campaign is the Small Business Saturday campaign. I think that's the real success of the crazy advertising during the holidays. A lot of companies have to compete based on price, so they do these price deals and so forth. But American Express started the Small Business Saturday campaign in 2010 after the 2008 recession, and it was to help promote small businesses, and that really has blended nicely with this new consumer interest in shopping local, and it's been growing every single year. So we have, stores being open on Thursday, and then we have Black Friday, then we have Small Business Saturday, and then we have Cyber Monday. And so there are all of these crazy times to shop, but I think my favorite is the Small Business Saturday campaign.
That's always kind of interesting, because with your students, in terms of internships and how they're learning, they may not always be examining these big, Walmart, Target, large ads. They may be helping with advertising for a small local Brookings business. How do you examine the different type of advertisements in class?
Students do end up working in all kinds of environments. Some work in local retailing, some work for a museum, some work for a large corporation, others work in agencies and work on a lot of different things. So our classes our classes work for all of those different types of job opportunities, and there are basic strategies in advertising that you teach, and then it works for different types of companies. One of the things that we try to do is use an experiential approach. A lot of our classes are working with small businesses to create advertising strategies or a social media strategy, so students actually get experience talking to local businesses and learning about their marketing challenges, and then addressing them through advertising and media messages.
Aside from just creating advertisements and looking at them, in your classes, students examine other things. What are some things that students who get a major in advertising can look forward to?
Well, the first thing that all campaigns start with is a little bit of research, and we have a research class where they do, focus groups, depth interviews, social media listening, and surveys, of course, to learn what the message should be. We discuss the various platforms that are available today to advertise on, including social media, digital media, and traditional media. And we help students learn about audience usage of various types of media and where to place messaging so that it has the greatest impact.
And just kind of talk about it a little more. You said that we were the only university in the state to have a media planning class?
Right. We have a class called Advertising Media Strategies, and I think it started when I first came quite a while ago, because I came from a media environment. I worked in the media planning department. So that class has been around for a long time. It has changed a lot. We used to talk about how to place advertising in traditional media, and today it's a digital first class where we talk about digital placement of advertising, and then also using traditional media to reach the consumer.
For students who are thinking about becoming an advertising major, how can they learn more about the program?
When students schedule a campus visit, they also should schedule a visit to our school. We're in the new School of Communication and Journalism, and we have 4 majors: advertising, public relations, journalism, and communication studies. And you just have to tell us what area you're interested in, and we will have a faculty member in that area talk to you and give you a tour of our building. We have the Yeager Media Center to look at. It's a really nice broadcast center where students can learn a lot.
Thank you, Roxanne, for coming here today to speak about holiday advertising and more about the advertising major at South Dakota State. This is Between Classes. Thanks for listening.